we are seeing chapter 10, Srimad Bhagavata Puran. Bhagavata Puran, chapter 10. Dashamah Skandaha. When we left last time, all Devatas along with Brahmaji and Prithvi and Lord Shiva and everybody, they all went to Bhagavan Mahavishnu and they chanted Purusha Suktam. And Bhagavan Mahavishnu responded. And I think that's where we left that. He said that, that was in number 23, I think. Vasudeva Grihe Sakshat. Vasudeva Grihe Sakshat. Vasudeva Grihe Sakshat. Bhagavan Purusha Paraha. Janishyate tat priyartham sambhavantu surastriyaha. So, Bhagavan Vishnu responded in this way. In Vasudeva Grihe, in Vasudeva Griha, in the house of Vasudeva, Sakshat Bhagavan Purusha Paraha Janishyate, that he will be born, that is the pronouncement. He will be born in that house of Vasudeva. Then, this was in response to, this whole story came in response to Raja Parikshit asking Shukadev, tell me about this advent of Lord Krishna. Lord Vishnu incarnated as Lord Krishna and all what he did and all that. And Shukadev Maharaj goes on to explain all of this now. Now, Bhagavan having told that Lord will be born there in Vasudeva Griha, well, first Vasudeva has to get married now. Because raising a family is not so easy, all by yourself. So he has to now get married. So now after 26, Shukadev Vacha, you see there, 26, marriage of Devaki and Vasudeva. In Mathura, those of you who have gone on those trips, you would have gone to Mathura. Shurasena king was there, and this Shurasena had a son whose name was Ugrasena. Ugrasena, Shurasena. See, their name ends with Sena, Sena. There's a common thing in West Bengal today, Sen. Sen Gupta. Sen. Sena means army. So you want to have a valorous and brave army, and one who had a big army, and one who had an elevated army, and all that kind of thing. Sena. But that itself shows that they were great fighters and army people. So anyway, Shurasena's son was Ugrasena, and Ugrasena's son was Kamsa. All that story is there now. Kamsa was the son of Ugrasena. And that Kamsa's cousin sister was Devaki. In Indian tradition, that is considered to be sister only. All cousins are brothers and sisters in India, even today. They introduce, this is my brother, this is my sister. That might be first cousin, but they still say brother and sister because of the big family unit and all. So Devaki was Kansa's cousin sister, we call her sister, his own sister, as though. Now from number 30 you see. They arranged the marriage of this Vasudev to Devaki, Kansa's sister. So number 30 you see. Ugrasena sutakam saha swasu priyachikir shaya rashmin hayanam jagraha raukmei ratha shater vritaha. That wedding took place, and all the chariots were all decorated and all to carry in those days, carry wedding in chariots, not limousine. Devaki Vasudev, they were going on the chariot, well decorated with all gold and everything. They were big people, they belong to a royal family. And so many chariots were all decorated. And Kamsa, feeling so happy that his own sister was getting married, and wanting to, Priyachiki Shaya, wanting to please his sister, Devaki, Kamsa himself, Rashmin Hayanam Jagraha, he himself jumped on the chariot and grabbed the reins of the horses. Hayanam Jagraha, Rashmin, the reins. Then he thought, now he is Yuvraj, the prince. Prince don't drive chariots. They usually have a charioteer that. Right? So it was a big thing, in order to show his affection to Devaki, his sister. Otherwise, they always have a charioteer there who is taking care of the horses, harnessing the horses, dressing them, this, that, and a charioteer is waiting in front there, and then the king or the prince comes and sits behind, and they don't cross boundaries. But to show affection, Kamsa crossed that boundary, and he himself told the chariot, you get out from here, I will. And sat there now. Ugrasena Sutta, Kamsaha. Then, Swasuhu, his own sister, to please her. Then, what happened? On the way now, as he was driving this chariot, he has to go to Vasudev's house. As he was driving this chariot. You say driving? Drive, you have to say. What you'll say? Drive only. Now see number 34. Pathi pragrahinam kamsam abhashyaha shariravak asyastva mashtamo garbho hantayam vahase buddha hantayam vahase buddha. What happened there when Kansa was driving this chariot now? Then abhashyaha sharira vak, he heard a bodiless voice. That's literally if you translate like that. Abhashyaha sharira vak. Asharira vak. A vak without body. Means what? He just heard a because he couldn't see any body. Some voice he heard. Speaking. Then what that voice told? Pathi, on the path. This is a locative case. Pragra, Henam, holding that chariot and going. on the path, he heard now what that voice told. He says, Asyaha tvam ashtamaha garvaha hanta. That the 8th child of Asyaha is feminine, so he's speaking about Devaki. See, Asyaha will be masculine, Asyaha will be feminine. So he's talking the 8th Ashtamaha, 8th child. Ashtama Garvaha, 8th child of this Devaki, Hanta, Tvam, will kill you. Oh, Vapre. What a voice to hear. And then his own sister also. 8th child will kill you. Yam Vahase, the one who you are carrying now. The one who you are carrying. Vah means to carry. Yam Vahase means the one who you are carrying. And then in the end, there's an Avagraha and there's Buddha. This Avagraha means an A Buddha. You fool. Even the voice called Kansa. That voice also called Kansa, Buddha. You have to make sure you put otherwise you will think the voice is calling Kansa Buddha. Buddha means wise one. Buddha. Buddha is calls him. What Kansa heard this voice? Bapre, you can imagine now. What had happened? I told you now about that. When Hanumanji went to bring that Sanjeevani Bhuti, the story I told you. Hanumanji went to Himalayas to bring the Sanjeevani Bhuti, and Ravan sent one of his men there. What was his name? Kalanemi. Ravan sent one of his Rakshasas there, great Rakshasa, who could take any form. He sent him there and he said, you make sure that Hanumanji doesn't find this Sanjeevani Bhuti, doesn't come back here with any Sanjeevani Bhuti. He said, Lakshmana will not wake up. Because they had to do it by morning or something, some time was there. So Hanumanji went there and that Kalnemi, he killed them and all. I told you, Kalnemi took the form of some guru in a little ashram there. And he told Hanumanji, go there and come back and take your bath and everything, I'll give you mantra and all. And Hanumanji killed him. That Kalnemi is born as Kans. You see, if you don't remember that story, you can't connect to this story. This is in Treta Yuga that one happened. Now this Kans story is happening in one Yuga later. That's called as Dwapar Yuga. So Kalnemi was the one who was born as Kans in the house of Ugrasena. Now this is a wonderful thing, Now they are all family there. Devaki, Kansa, Krishna. Krishna is also related in that family. Because Kansa was his mama. Mama means what? Mother's brother. That is mama. So it's a whole big... they say, very nicely, that in the first yuga, in Sat Yuga, Prahlad, he called out to Bhagwan, and that Gajendra also. How they all called out to Bhagwan? Bhagwan had to come from Vaikuntha, another loka. They are all living in this loka. So Bhagwan had to come from that loka. Bhagwan came from that loka and manifested in that pillar for Prahlad. And he came on Garud for that Gajendra and all. He was in some other loka. That is in the first yuga, in Sat Yuga. Then Treta Yuga means the next yuga, Bhagwan was in Ayodhya and Ravan was in Lanka. So let's see, first yuga, the good force, which is Bhagwan, and the evil force, which is here, this crocodile, or this Hiranyakashipu, they were in this world. So good force in one world, evil force in another world. One yuga later, good force is in one country, India, evil force is in another country. They came same world now, but different countries. Then in the Dwapar Yuga, what to talk now, same family now. So good force and evil force in same family, because Krishna is related to Kansa, Devaki is related to Kansa. Like that. In the same family, good and evil has come. That is in Dwapar Yuga. And one yuga later in this Kali Yuga. Now our Yuga. Come home. In this Yuga, they say good force and evil force both are in the same heart. What to talk of family? Forget family. Sumati Kumati Sabke Ur Rahi in Sundarkand it says. In everybody's heart, Sumati and Kumati is right there. Ur means the heart. So in Kali Yuga, good and evil force, you don't have to see outside, next country, next world and all that kind of thing. You have to see in our own, and then you see people's mind. In the same mind. They will be doing something so good. Puja. Salasya hiparanena. Put on mango leaf ring and thing. Vanaspati aso bhuja gandha jagandha tumagya sabadiganam duko indra kirtam. You make offering and thing to Bhagwan with that. That hand doing something so divine, and next moment that same hand doing something bad, wrong, this, that. See, or same mind. Good and evil is same. So now, this Ugrasena, this Kansa, when he heard this, we call Akashvani, you know. That is the regular name, normal name which is used. Akash means space. And Vani means some voice, some speech coming from that. Like when you close your eyes and you hear things, you know. From empty space comes all these voices. Oh yes, empty space inside. Oh no, a lot of voices come. From Akashvani. Anyway, now what was Kansa's response? You see that. That is, see next one right there, number 35. Ityuktaha sakhala papo bhojanam kalapan sanaha. Kula. Bhojanam kulapam sanaha. Bhaginim hantumarabdhaha. Khangapani kache grahit. Khangapani kache grahit. He drew his sword like that. Khanga means sword. Drew his sword there and kache grahit, grabbing her here and dragging that Devaki from that chariot. Oh, what a terrible scene. In that movies and all they make it. And these Indian people, they dramatize that like anything, and that camera, that camera, and how they do their eyes and all, wow, and then music and all. And they do that one scene, they take from 20 different angles at a camera. And it comes from the top also. Nowadays, these are special effects and computer and all. So anyway, so he drew that sword, and yes, and that sword drawing in this modern thing, 10 times he'll draw that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Khangapani, kache grahit, grabbing her hair. Bhaginim hantumarabdham. Arabdham he started, now he was about to. Started Bhaginim hantum, to slay that, to kill that Devaki. Like that. Then, he's described in that first line. Iti yuktaha, having Akashvani having said like this. Iti yuktaha means having said Akashvani. Sakalaha papaha. He's described, comes to describe. See, our Ved Vyashi likes this type of words. He describes it nicely also. The Shastras like this, and our Tulsidashi also. Sakalaha papaha. Bhojanam kulapam sanaha. He was the bane of this Bhoja family, you know, that family was called Bhojas, the clan, Bhojas. He was the Pamsaha means a wicked, evil, disgraceful. He was the disgrace to that family. This comes. This is how he's described. Papaha, papi, khalaha, wicked, all sorts of things. This comes. Karl Nemi tried to kill Hanumanji then. How changing body will change the mind? Changing body doesn't change mind. That mind orders that type of body. Like that. Because mind precedes. Mind is always there. Mind is Sukshma Sharir. Mind is Sukshma Sharir. Sukshma Sharir goes to different bodies. So whichever way is going. And you know that when you go to stay in some other country, you yourself book your own hotel. Where you will stay. You order. So you say, I want a hotel this range. 250 and up. 250 and less. So you click here. You go and book your own hotel. So in the very same way, that before going there, in the very same way, this body is ordered by the Sukshma Sharir. Sukshma Sharir doesn't change. That is the same Sukshma Sharir which is coming from the last birth. The body changes, but it is ordered by that. So the person really is not the body. The person is a Sukshma Sharir. That individual is the Sukshma Sharir which is coming. So same Kali Nemi, now wicked fellow, Ravan's henchman. How will change? Ravan's hitman. Henchman and hitman the same? More or less. So he comes there now to kill this. Now, this Vasudev was very, very wise. Look here. In Ramayana, for Bhagwan to take birth, he needed the right parents, Manu and Shatrupa. Manu and Shatrupa, Bhagwan took birth in their home. They were the ones who were incarnated as Dasharath Ji Maharaj and Kausalya. Manu and Shatrupa incarnated. These were great sages. They incarnated as, when they had done tapas for thousands of years, and Bhagwan had appeared to them. And then Bhagwan said, okay, ठीक है, मैं आ गया हूँ. क्या चाहते हैं आप लोग? What do you want? Bhagwan always has to come, poor Bhagwan. He's like, that devotees tapas finish. They did all the required karmas. Now Bhagwan has to appear. What he'll do? He has no choice now. So then he comes there and, oh, अच्छा ठीक है, आ गया हूँ. एक बार फिर. Again, once more I have come. See, bhaktas don't ask Bhagwan for anything also, because they know that also will trouble Bhagwan. The people who have some sort of desire and all they do, and so Bhagwan comes what to do. So anyway, he came there. Then we want to have a son like you. Manu Shatrupa told Bhagwan. Bhagwan said, where will you find son like me now? There is no other son like me. Then I myself will have to come. So that Manu Shatrupa was born at Dasharath and this Kausalya. And so that type of parents, only the Lord waits for coming through. The parents have to be meritorious people also, isn't it? Punyavan. Punyavan. So Bhagwan came there. So now, if Bhagwan is coming in Vasudeva and Devaki's house, and son of Vasudeva and Devaki, think what Punyavan Vasudeva Devaki have to be, you see? So this Vasudeva was very, very wise. Vasudeva Devaki is home, he is coming. Means womb of Devaki. So now, Vasudeva Devaki represent the sharp clay intellect Vasudeva and the pure heart Devaki. Pure heart. Clay intellect and pure heart. No, what a nice symbolism. With anybody who has a clear intellect and a pure heart, the Lord will be born to them. In Vedantic terms, the truth will be revealed to that person. That is the idea. So now this Vasudeva, very calm, clear, collected, and very balanced in his disposition, nature. He started now to try to reason with Kamsa. Kamsa is the mind gone wild. No, really, it has gone wild. But if only that calm intellect is clear, it will be able to reason with that mind. So, he started to reason with that Kamsa now, in very, very wonderful language. He told, when it comes, look now, you just heard that the eighth child of this Devaki will kill you, but you please remember one thing. Someday all of us have to die. Everybody has to die or not? Everybody will have to die. Not only you, but this Devaki also one day will die. I will also die one day. So he tried to reason, it comes to bring home to him this idea of the acceptance of death. People live their whole life and never reflect on this to accept death. The only thing which is sure about life is death. There is no other thing which is sure. You are not sure whether you will be healthy, you are not sure whether you will have money, you are not sure whether you will get food to eat, you are not sure whether you will get married, you are not sure whether you will have children. We are not sure whether when we have children, the children will survive. We are not sure of any. What are you sure of? There is only one thing which is sure in life. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. And the same word he uses here. You see that. Let's see number 38. Mrityur janmavatam vira dehena sahajayate adyavabda shatante va mrityurve praninam dhruvaha mrityurve praninam dhruvaha jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. Same phrase. Let's say Ved Vyaji only telling here and there is put it in Sanskrit in Gita. But for the prani, the jiva, the one who is alive, mrityu is a sure thing. Sure. Not only that, he said dehena sahajayate in that line. Dehena sahajayate means death is born with birth. What a wonderful thing. Death is born with birth. Mrityur janmavatam vira. Oh Vira, and I say he talks to him nicely also. Oh great hero. Kamsa. One who is born must die. Mrityu janmavatam. Adya va abda shatante va. Now a person will die now, or you live 100 years and then die. But die you must. Die. You die now, or after 100 years you live, then dies. Then our Vasudeva, he explains some nice thing there. I don't want to leave all those lines, they're too good. See, the next one is 38, 39. Dehe panchatamápanne Dehi karmanugo vashaha Dehantaramanu prapya Praktanam tyajate vapuhu. That this body born from the five elements, Dehi pancha tvam apanne, you got from the five elements, Dehi karmanugo vashaha, it is ordered by karma. And by karma only, just as it is ordered, by karma only it ends. The body will end also by the same karma. Karmanugo avashaha. Certainly. Dehantara taram anuprapya praktanam tyajate vapuhu. What it is telling, This is two examples to explain that. Let's see next line, then we'll see this. Vrajam tishtan padaikena yathaivaikena gacchati yathatra najalu kaivam kainam you have there? Kaivam. Dehi karma gatim gataha. He gives two examples to explain the principle of the previous verse. What are the two examples? Like when a person is walking and like a caterpillar. Walking and caterpillar? First is when you're walking, we put the one foot ahead first and plant that on the ground, then we lift the other foot, isn't it? How you will lift the other foot if this one has not gone down? You will be in the air at one time. Isn't it? Unless you are a cartoon. You can't do it. First you have to plant that foot there in the ground and then lift the other foot. And that same thing is seen by a caterpillar. If you look at it, where you people grow up in the United States, you don't see caterpillar, but here if you look, you'll see plenty of caterpillars. And so one leaf will be here and one leaf will be there. And that caterpillar is on this leaf. So what he does, he creeps from this leaf and he plants half of his body on that leaf. Then he lets go this other half. So, he said in the very same way, this jiva moves from one body to the other. Now that seems to conflict with other things. Because other things tell, this jiva from here goes to that loka, Vaitarani, Pitrilok, that Swargalok, or some other lok. And then he goes to some other body after that. Okay, all sorts of things will be here, isn't it? So here is what he is telling us, this jiva goes, this individual goes from one body to the other body in that way. Planting, what is it, half here and half? Or planting himself there first. Then he releases. Hey, what a thing. So what happens really? Well, it's not such a difficult thing. Please pay attention to that. When he goes to different lokas, otherwise there will be contradiction in Shastras and all. Here it is telling, from one body to the other body, he plants himself there and then releases here. And two examples are given to show that thing. So that seems to contradict what the Shastras, because he goes to Pitrilok and some other lok and Vaitarani Nadi, and he has to cross that river, and then you have to give some cow and this and that. So one Shastra is conflicting with other Shastra. So it is not conflicting. When he drops this human body, he gets another type of body that is suitable for taking him to this different world. And when that body is over, then he gets another human body or animal body or whatever type of body. But the transference from one body to the other body is what is being described here. So there is no contradiction. First he plants himself in that other body before releasing. this body. That is the idea. An explanation of the transference is given. Now what that means also, the other body which he is getting has to suit his karmas. The other body which that he's ordering that other body as though by his karmas. That not you don't have to fill out an aura form and all that. Don't think aura like that. Aura form you fill out. I want Indian body. Indian born in Trinidad. Indian born in India. You tick this box. Male body, female body. Tick this box. No such thing. Karma auras that automatically. You know, like people have these teachers in the school, they have a bank account there. Then money goes from the school to that bank account automatically. Like that. They don't have to take it from here and take it and put it there. Automatic thing. So the body is ordered by our karma. And one. So anyway, now he go. Vasudev is explained to Kansa. But you think Kansa want to hear any of this? Kansa doesn't want to hear it. So that wild mind doesn't want to listen to the wisdom of a clear intellect. Wild mind. Until that intellect uses the right method. Then finally, after he tried all sorts of things, telling him about that is, everybody has to die someday. Like that, he tried many things to convince him. He didn't want to listen. Then Vasudeva started thinking in his mind, well, one thing doesn't work. Let me try some other method. Now you see number 45. 45. Esha tavanuja bala kripana putrikopama hantum narhasi kalyani imam tvam dinavatsalah. First, he tried there to make him understand that death is an integral part of life. Please accept that you will die. Somehow, whether you die today or you die in 100 years, or whether the 8th son of Devaki kills you or somebody else kills you, you will be dead. So the acceptance of death didn't work. Then he tried to appeal to his compassion now in this verse. There is one method, this is a different method. Appeal to his compassion. There he appealed to his intellect. Here appeal to the heart. Dina Vatsalaha. You are Dina Vatsala. You are the compassionate one towards the helpless. Hantum narhasi kalyani imam tvam. This kripana putrikopama, this helpless girl, she was a girl only. This helpless girl, Tavanuja Bala, your own sister. You're going to kill her? Not good. Kam said, not good. What do you mean, not good? If I kill her, she kills me. Means the child will kill me. And Vasudeva tells a nice thing. This is in number 51. See. Agner yatha daru viyoga yoga yoho. Adrish tato nyan nanimittamasti. Evam hijantor pidur vibhavyaha. Sharira samyoga viyoga hetuhu. Sharira samyoga viyoga hetuhu. This thing about life and death, my dear Kansa, it is really not easy to explain, you know. Agnir yatha daru viyoga yoga yoho means in the forest, you know. Adrishtonyanna nimittam. In a forest where there is a fire, Agnir, you will see that fire will pass through that forest. And if the forest has 100 trees, let us say, 98 trees will be burnt. And 2 trees will get saved. 2 trees will get saved. Then, that 2 trees will be standing somewhere in the middle also. And how they get saved? Nobody knows. That is a mystery. How those 2 trees? Yeah, a mystery, yeah. That is 2 mystery. 2 mystery, yeah. 2 mystery. So how they got saved? Nobody knows that thing. Then, in the same way, evam hi jantorapi durvibhavya sharira samyoga viyoga hetu. What causes this person to come into this body, and what causes that person to drop that body, and what causes that person to go into another body, yoga and viyoga of bodies, that is also a mystery. You are part of that whole mystery, you know. But Kans was so afraid of dying. But people don't think like this, you know. Kans doesn't want to hear any of this thing. Now see number 54. When none of that appeal to Kansa, then what? He now bargained. After you tell by logic and reasoning and compassion, you know, samadhana bheda, then now you try some bargain. You try sama but didn't work. Now dana. What is that? Nahyasyaste bhayam saumya yadvagaha sharirini. What do you have? There's something else? Oh, there's a different recension of it, huh? Putran sarpa yishyesya. Putran samarpa yishyesya. Yataste bhayamuthitam. Well, now Vasudeva tells Kans, okay, I'll tell you what. Yatahate bhayam uttitam, that which is causing your fear and subsequently your sorrow. Yatahate bhayam uttitam, that which is the cause, which is giving rise to your bhayam. Putran is the 8th child. That 8th child, isn't it? That is giving rise to your fear. Therefore, samarpashye asyaha putran. I will surrender to you all, not one, not the 8th. Putran asyaha, of this Devaki, I will surrender to you all the children when they are born. Nahi asyaha te bhayam saumya, then you don't have to be scared of her. Don't be scared of the Devaki. Yadvagaha sharirini, due to what was said by that bodiless voice. What was said by the bodiless voice of Akashvani, you need not be scared of that. Do not be scared of this Devaki. I will give all the children of Devaki to you. So everything will be fine. No, he didn't want to do that, but he tried every other thing, and then last, now if those other things do not work, then now Kansa himself said, okay, take care. He agreed. So the idea is, the unruly mind, the wild mind, depending on its degree of wildness, can still be tamed by some method, isn't it? Here, one comes a thought, I should take a baby. When he's born, if he gives it to me, I'll kill that baby myself. Yeah, what a little baby cannot do anything to me. But now you see this thing. If you notice, that is really trickery of the mind, isn't it? You have to trick that mind. This thing which is used by Vasudev is really a trick for this Kamsa. The idea is the mind is really tricky. And to that tricky mind, the only thing that can conquer that mind is another trick. What a wonderful thing. How the world works. Tricky mind can only be conquered by another trick. Vasudeva, Kamsa agreed and then he allowed. Well, he didn't drive any chariot any after that. You go how you can go. Then he thought, suppose I miss one of these child. So best thing, let me keep these two of them in prison. So that child will be born in prison, how, just to make assurances. That prison cell is still there even today in Mathura, and all devotees in millions, they go there for darshan of that spot where Bhagavan Krishna was born there in that prison. Even today it still exists. Those who went on all the trips, we went to that place. And there was one man here. He had gone on that trip and we were supposed to be there on Tuesday according to our itinerary, and we got delayed and something happened and we went there on Wednesday. And Wednesday was his birthday. And he said, you see, Swamiji, look how blessed I am. This got delayed so that I can reach there on my birthday. And he was so moved by that thing. But devotees in millions go there, millions and millions, for the darshan of that spot even, which is still there. Okay, so there in that prison cell, which both of them were kept, we'll see from there. Bhagavatham